What is up, you guys? For today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how to get this fun, vibrant, sunset-inspired look using the brand new Colourpop It's All Good palette. I don't even think that this one has launched yet, but prepare yourself if you haven't seen the inside. It is stunning. I mean, girl, like, ooh. It just hits different. I don't know what it is. I just love warm tones. But what I really like about this one is that you get all these different finishes and you get all these beautiful colors too, like these pinky purples, you get a yellow, and all these beautiful neutrals as well. But if you'd like to see how I did this look, then just stay tuned on watching. And also, before we jump into it, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button down below and gave this video a like. And also, if you'd like to check me out on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. And on Instagram, I post 7 days a week with a ton of tutorials over on there if you are looking for some inspiration. So when we open this baby up, as you can see, there is no mirror with this palette, but you do get 30 colors in here, so that's really nice. And what I also like about this one is that you get a wide variety of different colors. So you get a bunch of like your everyday nudes, and you also get a fun kind of like pop of color type of thing over in here. I really love this yellow right here. It is so pretty. And I also love these like purpley pinks. They are gorgeous. But I don't know, what's really nice about this one though too is that you get a bunch of different finishes. So you get some matte, you get some satin, you get some shimmer, and you also get like a little pressed glitter over in here. So I'm just gonna quickly prime my eyelids so we can jump into using this palette, because I am really nosy to see how that yellow works because it's so pretty in the pan. Like, it definitely just keeps on calling my name. I'm just gonna blend this stuff out, and today I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer, which you guys know I am literally obsessed with, and I am about ready to run out, which is kind of making me a little low-key sad. I'm trying to figure out which shade I want to use first, because part of me is like, I should probably go in with a neutral, and then the other part of me is like, girl, that is not your style. So I think I want to go in with this really pretty yellow shade called Sunbelt. Then using this Moda crease brush, I'm just going to be applying this into my crease, and then doing little circular motions, blending that upwards towards my brow. I'm also using it to round out my outer V. So this shade is definitely like a sunshine yellow, but it kind of has like a little bit of like a neutral hue to it. It's really pretty. I feel like this is a very wearable yellow too. I don't know about you, but I love a good yellow, and this one's kind of like a butter yellow. It is so pretty. But the next shade that we are going to be going in with is this beautiful like pinky purple shade called Margarita. I have a feeling that this one is going to be like pigmented the house, because this is one dip on my brush. Like, look at how much pigment that is. And then using my Sigma E35, I'm going to be applying this into my crease. Oh yeah, like she is pigmented. Like, look at that. That is nuts. I can't get over like how much pigment is literally getting applied just from like one dip. That's wild. Also, this color is really pretty next to the yellow. Like, wow, those are gorgeous together. I really like them. I'm hoping that this doesn't turn out to be like a sunset eye, but if it does, I am not gonna be mad, because those are really pretty. So I'm just going to go in with the second layer because your girl is a little curious and I just want to see what happens. But what I gotta say though is these shadows have literally been so nice so far. I mean, we've only tried two, but these ones literally blend themselves out. I don't know about you guys, but I hate shadows where you have to sit there and blend them out per color for like 10 minutes, because who has time for that? Because I definitely don't. And these shadows just have such a buttery and super pigmented formula to them. So far, I'm really impressed with it. Now you could leave this right here and it would be super pretty, but you guys know me, I love my super smoky look. So what I'm going to do is go in with a little bit of Margarita and mix it in with a little bit of Best Life, kind of like a 1-to-1 ratio. And then using the Sigma E33, I'm just going to be popping this right into my crease. I'm also using it to round out my outer V. And when I'm doing this, I'm using a super light hand. Like, you do not want this to overpower by no means. We just want like a little added definition in that crease. So here's where I'm at right now after getting everything all nice and blended together, and I gotta say, these shadows so far, ooh, they are so good. They're literally like all of my other Colourpop palette formulas, which means that the shadows are super buttery, they're super pigmented, and they literally blend themselves out, which I really appreciate. I will say, if you're not used to Colourpop's formula, they are slightly dusty in the pan, but for me, that's really not a big deal. But nonetheless, off camera, I'm just gonna cut my crease and then I'll be right back. So once you have that crease all nice and cut, the next thing that we are going to be doing is the lid shade, and I don't know which shade to go in with. There is literally so many options with this palette. I'm kind of debating on these three right here. I think I want to go in with this really beautiful rose gold though, called 10 out of 10. So using a damp and flat shader brush, I'm going to be packing this anywhere that we cut that crease. And I'm really making sure that I am pressing it in. Okay, that shade though is so pretty. I really love it next to these like fiery colors that we have going on. I almost used a more like champagne shade, but like this, ooh, that's so pretty. Now I do want to see if I can make it like extra like shimmery and sparkly if I use my finger, because I have noticed with Colourpop's formula as well as with other shimmers that when you use your finger, it just applies so much better and it looks cooler. So I'm just gonna do this on the other eye. Oh yeah, definitely use your finger if you can, but I mean, oh, I love this shade. It's so pretty. Like, look at that. It has such a beautiful shine to it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of Margarita on this angled brush from Moda, and I'm just packing it on in this outer kind of third of my lid, just to help blend everything together and just get a nicer smooth gradient fade with that. Now don't get me wrong, I really like how this is looking so far, but I just want like a little extra pizzazz with this look, so we are going to be going in with a pressed glitter out of this palette called Gold Star. So using my pointer finger, I'm just going to be applying this right on top of that rose gold shade. I tried out the glitter in the Elsa palette and literally I am obsessed with it. It is so pretty and I love the formula of it. So that's kind of why I wanted to try out this one. And so far I really like it. Kind of reminds me of a kind of top coat type of situation. Like, that is so pretty. I like these two together too because it just gave that rose gold like a little sparkle. Man, I am loving how this is turning out so far. I love the like lid shade that we did with like the little bit of like glitter pop. It is so pretty. But nonetheless, off camera, I'm just gonna kind of clean things up a little bit as well as apply my complexion products, and then I'll be right back. So here's where I'm at right now after applying my complexion products as well as some liner and some lashes, and now we are going to start working on the lower lash line just to really tie everything together. And I don't know which shade I want to go in with because literally there are so many options that would work really well. But I think I want to go in with that first shade that we used called Sunbelt. Then using this Morphe M507 brush, I'm just going to start popping this right underneath my lower lash line. So I really like this yellow situation that we have going on, but I do want to tie in a little bit more of that like orangey kind of pinky shade that we have going on in the crease. So I think I want to go in with this shade right here called Cater to You. It's kind of like a lighter version of Margarita. And using this ABH A1 brush, I'm just going to be applying this right underneath my lower lash line. I don't know what it is about this palette, but every time I hold it up, my camera kind of bugs out with the coloring. But the next shade that we are going to be going in with is Happy Go Lucky, the lightest shimmery shade in the palette. Then using this little Moda Smoky Eye brush, I'm going to be popping this right into the inner corner. I'm also using this brush dampen because we want it blinding, but isn't that color pretty? I wish it was like a little bit lighter, but nonetheless, I really like how shimmery it is. But yeah, so here's the finished look using the Colourpop It's All Good palette, and seriously, I had so much fun creating a look with this one with you guys today. You know, looking at this palette at first, I was like, ooh, this is neutral, because you guys know I love my brights, and normally I'm not really into neutrals, but once I stopped looking at the top two rows and really focused on these bottom three, like right in here, I was like, we can definitely do something super vibrant and just super bright, and I'm so excited that we did that because I just love how this turned out. Formula-wise, seriously, this palette is fantastic. I had no problems with any of the shades today. Like, literally, the mattes are super crazy creamy, they're blendable, and they're just super pigmented on the eyes. And also the shimmers, they give such a beautiful wet sheen, especially when you apply them wet. And what I also really enjoy about this palette is this pressed glitter right here that we used today called Gold Star. It is not scratchy, it does not itch my eyes, it is so nice, and it has like this beautiful like sparkle without being super overpowering. A lot of times pressed glitters make my eyes like super irritated and just like kind of like a scratchy feel, and I cannot handle it. But Colourpop's ones don't do that to me, so I'm really excited that they do have that formula in this palette. So when it comes down to it, what I recommend, the Colourpop It's All Good palette, and seriously, I definitely recommend checking this one out. I can definitely see myself using it again. If you're looking for something that's like really travel friendly, or if you're looking for a really fun neutral palette that also has a lot of bright pops of color, I feel like you're gonna really enjoy this one. I mean, like those colors though, they're so beautiful, and you can just do a lot with this palette. I mean, you get a lot of mattes, you get a lot of shimmers, and you also get some really fun pressed glitters in here. Even though I absolutely adore this palette and I love the formula of it, the only complaint I have is that if you have a deeper skin tone, you probably won't be able to wear a lot of the colors in here. I mean, you look at it, these top two rows right here are super light in color, and also kind of like scattered in here, there's some shadows I feel like might look a little ashy on the skin if you have a deeper skin tone. I don't know, that's just one bummer about this one because the formula is so good, and I just wish a lot more people would be able to use it. In the comments down below, let me know what you think about this look, and also let me know if you're going to be picking up this palette or not. And as always though, I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like. And also, if you'd like to check me out on Instagram, my Instagram account is @lethal_kitten. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! I'm gonna have a hard time washing this off at the end of the night. Like, ooh, there's something about sunset look, it just gets me so happy.